From deep in the heart of Texas to a grocery store near you, a Gulf Weight rancher is meeting the growing demand for lamb in the Lone Star State.
We learned that people were raising really high-quality Dorper sheep in this part of the country, and we felt like there was probably a good demand for a product of that quality out in the marketplace.
Jones first started marketing lamb to a few small retailers in 2009. It was a success. He gradually expanded his business and opened Prime Fresh Foods in Gulf Weight in 2012. Mills County and the surrounding area is a perfect haven for the Dorper sheep that is sought by Prime Fresh Foods. He works with a number of area ranchers to market their lamb to stores like Whole Foods.
We have a production protocol that we all work with where we don't give them antibiotics and no animal byproducts, and we try to raise them in an all-natural method, and it fits well with what everybody's doing anyway.
Most of the lamb marketed by Prime Fresh goes to retailers and food service companies in Texas and the surrounding states. Some even makes it as far away as the Midwest, Florida, and other areas on the east and west coasts.
He's got a good market, and it's just worked out for us good. You know, we get our lambs up bigger, and it makes a little more money for us. Sheep, to me, they're more of a year in, year out. They just seem to make more money. You know, cows fluctuate more.
Stegmuller is one of the area ranchers who provides lambs for Prime Fresh. He's been raising sheep since 1974 and Dorper sheep since 1999. He also raises cattle. Because ewes give birth year-round, sheep raisers are able to easily provide lambs to Prime Fresh Foods throughout the year. When they're old enough, lambs are brought in, processed, and sold to hungry consumers nationwide.
We think demand's growing. We think younger people are more interested in eating things that maybe they didn't eat growing up at home.
The lamb processed at Prime Fresh is lean. Lamb is one of the smallest proteins consumed per capita in the U.S. 2/3 of the lamb in the U.S. is imported from New Zealand and Australia, but there's a big market for Texas lamb. For Jones, it's not just about marketing the lamb, it's also about connecting consumers with the foods they love. For TFB News, Jessica Domel, Gulf Weight.
This is the TFB Radio Network. I'm Gary Joyner, and this is Focus on Agriculture. All natural lamb meat is being successfully produced and processed in the Gulf Weight area of Mills County. I'm joined today by Craig Jones of Prime Fresh Foods. Craig, why are the goals of sustainability, traceability, and good stewardship important to you and to your company?
People want to know these days where their food comes from, how their food was raised, and how the livestock was treated. We realize that there's a significant market for that. It's not the big-end commodity side of the market, but there's a very significant market that is looking for food that has attributes that go along with their sense of ethics. So just so happened that the sheep that people are growing in this part of the country fit a lot of those things very well. The sheep are pasture-raised and handled well, and like most ranchers and farmers across the nation, ranchers and farmers around here take care of their land, they take care of their livestock, and they do the right thing, and that's a story that's probably not out there enough. It's how well American farmers and ranchers do take care of their land and their livestock and are good stewards. So we are kind of just telling a story that already exists.
Craig, where do consumers find your product? Where is it being sold these days?
Well, these days we're in all the Whole Food stores in the Southwest region, which includes Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, as well as the stores in Florida, and then you'll find it on menus throughout the state and the region. We sell to mainline distributors, and they in turn distribute it to restaurants and food service establishments.
Next time, we'll visit with Jones about the Dorper sheep and why it is so well suited for the area and the pasture-based production system of Prime Fresh Foods. And that's today's Focus on Agriculture. I'm Gary Joyner for Down on the Farm Radio and the TFB Radio Network. This is the TFB Radio Network. I'm Gary Joyner, and this is Focus on Agriculture. The typical American consumer eats less than 1 pound of lamb meat each year. I'm joined today by Craig Jones of Prime Fresh Foods in Goldthwaite, and I know, Craig, you're hoping to improve that figure by producing and processing an all-natural lamb meat using Dorper sheep. Why does the breed work so well for you?
The Dorper sheep is a really, really well-adapted animal in this part of the country. They have resistance to parasites. They fit very well in our part of the world. You know, they don't need to be sheared. They don't need a lot of extra care or extra things. That lends itself to minimal handling. We don't have to shear them. We don't have to do a lot of things to them that we've done before. And most importantly, Dorper sheep are bred for meat production. And they produce an extremely good carcass at the weights that we use them. They have significant loin-eye size and good meat-to-bone ratio. It's a fairly lean carcass that hits a lot of things that consumers are looking for.
Craig, studies are telling us that consumers want to know where their food's produced, how it's produced. You're capitalizing on that and meeting that demand.
Well, we're trying to. I mean, we think farm to fork is a tough business model because consumers have an idea that one ranch, one farm grows the product and they want to get it every day from that ranch, that farm. That's tough to do 52 weeks a year. So what we've done is work with a fairly decent-sized pool of ranchers in the area, and they are producing the lamb according to our protocols, but our protocols fit their production methods. So they're producing lamb in a way that works, and we work with these individual ranchers and farmers and market their product.
That's Craig Jones of Goldthwaite. For more information, go to caprafoods.com. And that's today's Focus on Agriculture. I'm Gary Joyner for Down on the Farm Radio and the TFB Radio Network.